Welcome back to round 4 of the UK Regionals, brought to you by Organised Play Events. On stream now we have Red Hybrid versus X-Antibody. Should be an interesting one. Don't see too much Red Hybrid, but it's getting it is getting more popular as the days go on. You know, Ancient Grey comes out of raising swings 5-6 damage potentially with the Burning Grey stack. Turns off options as well. So it's certainly good at what it does. Chimeramon as well. You can add promo Goonie from trash, make that reduce cost. So if you ever get a Goonie checked in security, if you can get Chimeramon out, can go into Ancient Grey for 1 cost potentially. So very strong. Versus X-Antibody as well. So we'll see how this gets on. So who's going first? Red Hybrid player's going first, it seems. Evolves to Flamon. Pre-release Flamon, very nice. Shiny. Playing heavy option count. We've got 4 Crimson Blaze, 2 Blaster, 1 Gaia Force, and 4 Memory Boost. So definitely searching for those pieces, as well as plenty security options to buy him time to get his Ancient Grey online. We're going to see a Ryudamon come down here. We're going to search for a Darugamon. He's also playing that Ace Ryojin. He's playing 3 Breath of the Gods as well, so he does have some defense. Although not in this matchup, that's not too useful. Deletion's a lot different from DP reduction and bouncing, but Oriumon should put in a lot of work. He is playing that hero, which will boost that Ancient Grey to 16k with the egg. So we'll be able to swing over the Oriumon, even with a Daruga under. So if it ever gets to that stage, the hero will be clutch here. We did see him go into a Daruga Greymon. Can put a Doraemon under to gain memory if he wants. We'll grant him immunity for a turn, so that he will be able to safely get into an Doraemon if he draws it before it can get deleted. Does have it in hand already. See the Prono Goon when he does raise up to an Aldemon, so does he have an he does not have an Ancient Grey in hand right now, it seems. This situation gets very awkward with this deck because obviously these Flamons cannot add the Ancient Greymon because it's not a hybrid Digimon itself. So when you get in a situation like this and you can only play rookies, definitely awkward. Just to keep, that's why the 4 members should help if you can see one, hopefully. Does have an Oromon in hand. I'd imagine he does go into it just for that deletion immunity alone. Put reboot into the stack and pop that flame on now. We're not seeing any. We got 1 Takuya, but we're not seeing any Emperor, anything like that. So these hybrids in the trash do not really amount to anything. So it's only cost 3 because he's got Doromon as well. So you can swing with the Oromon here. It will have a reboot blocker and 3 damage at security. And it is immune to deletion, so yeah, just making sure the flame was deleted. Swings that the blaster clears the Ryuda, but 3 checks. Can probably just plays a memboost to a tamer here. He does play opt for the memboost. Reveal a UG, Breath of the Gods. Probably just takes the Doraemon, yep. Don't believe still no Ancient Grey. He's going to play the memboost to try and find it, but might just be too late, I think. Definitely not a good matchup, I'd imagine, for the red player because the options are just not going to do much against this X-Antibody deck. Playing Flame on, but these still no Ancient Grey. Not that he could have searched it, but might just see the swing here for the Oriumon. I'd imagine he plays the UG first, able to get another source to keep that deletion immunity online. If There's nothing in security. The Sunriser will be able to swing for game, but there's plenty that could kill it. Does opt for that UG. Will use UG's effect to put another. He'll gain 2 memory from these Doremon, draw 1 card, and he does now get that deletion immunity again. And that will just be game with the Sunriser. So, very interesting game 1. The X-Antibody player just got too far ahead, and the Ancient Grey player just couldn't find the Ancient Grey. So, you get into that scenario sometimes with this deck. It happened last format as well. Especially when he's not running Pokemon, so there's outside of the members, there's really no way to find the Ancient Greymon. So he's playing 3 analogs as well, so there is 7 ways to find it. But anytime he has to hard play a rookie, there's a potential chance he loses one of his Ancient Greys. But see if he's opt to go first or second. I'd imagine he's want to go second. Especially normally when if you play analog boy, you'd want to go second, just because even if your opponent goes for a memory tamer, you can still optimally play and not lose any tempo. You can evolve for 2 into a champ, play the analog, and then go for a level 5 for 3. So also he needs to see his pieces, so the extra card's very helpful as well. Do you see the one of Alphamon in the X-Antibody player's deck? Good for insecurity and potentially can win a game sometimes with that restand, but it's definitely a very situational card. So at the start, everyone was, I think a lot of X-Antibody lists are going heavily on the Alphamon, but I think the more it's been played, the more you've seen that they're cutting it back, just because it's a very all-in card, right? If you have to survive the attack to get any of the benefits, as well as it had no effect on the board state either, whereas Ori and Dorogoro do. So I think that's what I was saying. He's going to opt for the members, so he's going to grab the Flamon. Do you see Yuji in hand? Do you see Breath of the Gods, which is not too useful in this matchup? Does have the one of Grumble, so ideally he'd want another level 4, but you might just have to settle for that. He does have a Memboost, so you could play that instead of going to Grumble to see what you find, if you can get a better level 4. He is going to go for it. Probably just grabs that Ginryu. I think block is too important in this matchup. Especially if the hero doesn't come out, one Oreo can wall this Ancient Grey. Can just trade with it. Does have the Ancient Grey in hand here. Does just play the hero for 4. The Exciting player could already start swinging if he has a Doremon. If he has a level 5 and level 6 here. Might be a bit risky to just swing the Dorogoro he has in hand though, so I think he'd ideally want to look for an Oriumon as his only level 6 option this game. Does find a Dorogreymon, so probably end up taking that, I'd say. Yep. Definitely the best card in the deck. There's so much. It's got 1, I'd imagine. Might opt for Yuji, might opt to just play the go Dorogray and Raisin instead. Does opt for that. I think he might have missed a draw off the. Okay, never mind. I've got it. Yep. Thought he missed a draw off the Dorogray. He's looking for that Aldemon now. He has everything else he needs but that. The Burning Grey will potentially help. It could kill the Ryudamon, but he's going to take the Flamon and Takuya instead. He just wants to find that Aldemon. take the Burning Grey. Probably cash in the damage here. We'll move out. If he evolves onto the top of that Ryudamon first, he will have decoy, so if he swings into a Gaia Force, that Doragora would be safe, but he's opting just to go for the swing straight away. Does put blocker under, so we'll have Reboot blocker. It's only 11k on the opponent's turn though, so not too good security on the red hybrid side this game. Does opt for the Doragora for 2. Unless he just drew that, I would definitely have done the opposite order on that. Does find that Oriomon, imagine he will take that straight away. Still missing that Aldermon. No more ways to search, just a bunch of options. Does have that Grumblemon in hand, so if he does get access to a security next, if his Doragora does die and he gains access to another way of security next turn, he could potentially have game on board. Does decide to move out. Doesn't have a 5 there, so he looks like he's just going to play it, possibly just play an option. Pass turn. Gonna pop the Moonboost, get a 5. Can play Crimson Blaze for 4, so blow up the Doragormon. The Doragormon, sorry. He just is deciding to warp to Ancient Grave for 2 costs. With Hero, it will be 15k, 16k 3 checks. Does hit Alphamon, which will go to hand, but he could have done that any other turn. The past few turns, he's had it for a while now. He did get the free Takuya and a free level 4. We know he has another Aguni promo in hand, so there is some lines here. If he does draw into a Chimeramon, he can go Burning Grey, Jogress into Chimeramon, and then go into that Ancient Grey for 1. But Doragor will just, I imagine, swing. If he clear the Aguni, if he has a way to give it security +1, that will be 3 damage. Just gonna put Doragor under instead. So just 2 damage here. They need one more turn, but it seems. Does have the Grumble in hand, but no need to do it now. It looks like he drew into the Doro Grey potentially off the Dorumon draw this turn, unfortunate. Grumblemon is only level 4, which is not ideal, but he's going to go for it now. Going to try and cash in that 1 damage. Is a Mem boost potentially an issue? Does let him build another Ancient Grave if he has the stack with Chimera, maybe. So I think he's just going to go into a Hisarimon, maybe, or Doro Grey. Doro Grey would give him deletion immunity, so just going to opt for Hisarimon. He's rested, so. Unfortunately, the red hybrid player looked like he just took too much time to get going here. Just missing pieces constantly. First game Ancient Grey, second game Aldermon. Still doesn't think he has it. He still hasn't seen the Aldermon this game. Wasn't in security either, so. He's opting to use the Kuya effect. If he draws an Aldemon, he will be able to go into Ancient Grave for 1 cost here. Would require, I'd imagine, would require a block. Does play Omnimon, so he drew the Omnimon. Still no Aldemon, unfortunately. He's gonna draw. Imagine. No, he still didn't draw it. Okay. Yeah, it's just no missing piece again. No level 5. Unfortunate. He's just gonna scoop. Definitely not what he wanted to see there. Just 2 games of his missing pieces. He's playing enough searches, he should find it, but it just happens sometimes, you know. It's a variant. On the X-Antibody player side, he just had the stack, he had the mem boost, he found his pieces. The deck is a lot more consistent this set as it compares as it was the last set, because just due to getting access to that other line of X-Antibodies, you don't no longer have missing coaters or missing or mem boost missing the pieces you need. So Koto was last check. That's going to be it for round 4. Round 5 will start in a little bit of a while. There's still plenty of time on this round, as you can see on the time on the screen. So please do come back for the next round, round 5. 7 rounds in total today. So 128 players, so bit shorter than yesterday, but hopefully we'll still see some good games. So thank you very much for watching.